Hi, I'm Thorne Bishop, and welcome to Top Secret Inc. Today we'll be walking through Supergirl Vol.1, issue number 0 by DC Comics. So get comfortable, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. Now we jump into issue 4, and let me tell you, this issue is insane. We got an evil superhero throwing a tantrum across the solar system, and it's everything you could want from a villain who's basically an unstoppable god with anger management issues. So, let's start off with this black outfit Supergirl. And yeah, we're going to call her alter ego from now on, so don't get confused with the real deal, who's going to be called OG. Okay? So, we're at a standoff with Lex Luthor, and of course, Lex is still trying to squeeze information about Darkseid out of her because apparently this guy never learns when to quit. Now, here's where things get spicy. They end up in a full-blown battle out in the field. The original Supergirl in the blue outfit is just unconscious on the floor. Like, way to go, blue team. Really contributing to the fight out there, aren't ya? But Lex actually manages to land a solid right hook and smacks Alter Ego right in the face. I mean, credit where credit's due. The man's got some stones going toe-to-toe with an evil Kryptonian. Alter Ego hits the ground, covered in her black cape. After wiping the blood on her face, she's absolutely pissed. She grabs Lex by his power armor and restrains him like he's a toddler throwing a fit at the grocery store. Then, this is where it gets really nasty. She uses her heat vision to cook the arm with the gauntlet, then follows up with Arctic breath. The thermal shock causes the armor to shatter, revealing a thin exoskeleton underneath it. But here's the kicker. The forearm suddenly protrudes with a single long spike, and he jabs it right through Alter Ego's gut, front to back. Now that's what I call a plot twist with a point. She fires off a backhand that sends him flying, and at this point, Alter Ego completely loses her mind. As Lex tries to run away, and really, who can blame him at this point, she flies up, grabs him by the seat of his pants, drags him up into space, and tosses him onto the moon like he's a piece of garbage. He ends up landing right outside the Justice League's lunar base, which is honestly the worst possible place for Lex to end up when there's an evil Supergirl on the rampage. Lex gets greeted by Green Lantern John Stewart, who's probably thinking this is just another Tuesday at the JLA moon base. John uses his ring to create a construct to wrap around Lex. Then, the Alter Ego shows up behind him, floating in the air with this childish, evil look on her face. You know, that kind of look that says, I'm about to ruin everyone's day and I'm gonna enjoy it. John trying to figure out what the hell is going on because he doesn't recognize that Supergirl outfit and something just feels off. But here's what really ticks off Alter Ego. She's slightly offended that John has Lex subdued before she could take care of it herself. Lex is her toy, not the Green Lantern's toy. So what does she do? She uses her super speed to snag the ring right off of John's finger. And this, she actually manages to get the ring to work. Now that's either really impressive or just terrifying. She creates a giant green fist and knocks the absolute snot out of John Stewart. The Green Lantern is now on the ground with stars circling his head like he's in a cartoon or something. Then Alter Ego takes off the ring and throws it on the ground next to him like a piece of useless junk. Talk about adding insult to injury. At this point, Lex Luthor just disappears, because of course he does. And Supergirl's eyes turn blazing red with anger, and you know it's about to get really bad when her eyes start glowing red again. Now we cut to a new scene where Starfire is slapping Supergirl, the real Supergirl, in the face, trying to wake her up from unconsciousness. And you can clearly see the laser wound that's gone clean through Starfire's chest. Starfire asks Supergirl to cauterize the wound so she doesn't bleed out, which I'd honestly have to say is one of the more practical uses of heat vision that I've seen in comics. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor, in all his stupidity, enters the Justice League moonbase to hide. Like, seriously, Lex? You think that hiding in a building full of superheroes is gonna work out well for you? He gets confronted by Hawkman. But before anything can happen, Alter Ego jumps right into the fight, takes Hawkman's mace, and smacks him right across the head with it, using the guy's own weapon against him. Like, that's cold. Like, Hawkman's just useless. But then Black Canary shows up with a high-pitched sonic scream that causes Alter Ego to collapse to the ground in pain. Finally, someone found her weakness. Really loud noises. Like, who would have thought? Here's where it gets interesting, though. Alter Ego is getting more and more furious because everyone keeps calling her Supergirl. And she hates that name. I mean, I get it. No one likes being called by their ex's name. Flash runs into the scene and grabs some thick industrial electrical cable, and he's trying to hog-tie Alter Ego in place. Now, Flash, buddy here, you should have known that wasn't going to work. She just brushes it off and chases after him after he runs away. She ends up chasing him out of the moon base to where Flash makes a really, really dumb move. There's no atmosphere on the moon. The Flash is out there suffocating by himself while she's just laughing in his face. And as she's leaving, she gets confronted by Martian Manhunter, who hits her square in the face while he's invisible. She wasn't prepared for that one. Invisible sucker punches are apparently still effective against evil Kryptonians. She locates him, grabs him by the throat, and starts squeezing. At this point, she says, "There's nothing in this universe that can stop me." And that's where the issue ends, with the real Supergirl flying up saying, "I'll bet your life on it."